X is gonna give it to you. What? Okay, everybody, I'm sorry you're probably going to get some double feedback or delay. You can turn down the background music for a moment, just so you can kind of hear me over the music a little bit. This is extra content coming to you live from the East Coast of Maryland. East Coast of the United States, that would be Maryland. USA. And I'm just doing this to see... I'm going to get more people here at 8:30 at night, my time, Eastern Standard Time, or my normal times, which you can see up here at 10:30 on these days, Saturday, Tuesday, and Thursday. Just switching things up, just the stream schedule, same content, just different time, and seeing if I can pull, different audience, or more of an audience, either way. I think in the early morning hours, I'm appealing more to the United Kingdom and across the pond, as they say, that audience, because 10 a.m. around that time is around 6, 7 o'clock their time. And 10:30 our time, usually people are at work, or at school, or whatever. So, I figured I'd just hop on now and see what happens. Bring more CROSSOUT content. And we'll be starting up in just about a minute or so. Gonna try some Leviathans. Let's get back to the lovely background music here. Alright, let's kick that background music down for a moment, so I can silence that out and get the background music of the game going. Give me one moment. Alright, and let me get into the game. Bring the volume back up in the game. Okay, that way we can hear that. And bring the background volume back up again to a decent level where we can hear the sound effects. I've been fiddling around with the sound settings, hopefully to get a nice balance between my voice and the background sounds and music, so you can kind of hear that stuff going on too, without drowning me out and vice versa. So I think I've got a pretty happy median going now. And you let me know if that's not the case. Okay, I'm trying to get... There we go. So, welcome to CROSSOUT. If you haven't seen this game before or seen this stream, basically what I have done is I have started all over again with a brand new account, free to play, just to show you all what this is like for a free to play person. I have not invested one penny of my own money into this game, and I have progressed from a starter pickup truck, and I'll show you what that thing looks like. I want to just double check and make sure I saved this build that I currently have, just in case I have forgotten to. So this is what I'm driving, but this is what you'll start the game with. Let me pull up that faction vehicle. You'll start with something that looks like this. A little pickup truck with a Cord and 2 Hornets. And, yeah, what is it, like a 900 power score? Somewhere around there. So I've gone from that to a 5,000 power score vehicle, just barely, as you can see, 5,032, with 3 autocannons, some neat tires, and I think I'm going to do one thing, though. I don't like how, well, I guess I can't really, without some serious readjustments, but I think it's called for. I think that bumper sits a little too low. On the whole front end, I think. I don't think I can push this front end back further without some further manipulation of parts, but I think that bumper's sitting way too low for me. It's like dragging the ground and altering my maneuverability, which is never a good thing. Steering, hitting bumps. I mean, I intended to make it sort of like a wedge so that I could plow onto people, but it's counterproductive at the moment, so... sure, let's put it there. And put this one here. Same parts, different area. I'd rather have a little bit of armor up in the front, but at this point it doesn't really matter. I have to concern myself with weight on this vehicle. Alright, let's keep it at that. Pardon me. So I streamed earlier today at 10:30 Eastern Standard Time. That's my normal streaming time. And then uploaded some Madden franchise content to my YouTube channel. That's also where you'll see the previous episodes of this walkthrough that aren't any longer available on Twitch, because after 14 days they disappear. I'm trying to reach affiliate status so that I get the bonus to that. And my content can kind of stick around later. I'm doing this all live. I'm not editing any of this before I post it because I can't upload videos to Twitch just yet. And the first thing I do when I start up my day, I'm going to go through a daily grind again, because everything resets at around 8 o'clock my time, Eastern Standard Time. So it's obviously going to vary depending on what server you are. I'm on an American server, and your own time zone. So the first thing I do is I go to my test drive, and as you can see the pop-up, it says I have 1 out of 5 visitors. Every time they, it resets every 8 hours. It tells you new guests arrive every 8 hours, and their number depends on how many friends you have in total. I've had that maxed out at 5. I'm not sure why it's dropped down to 1, because I have more friends now than I did before when I first started. Anyway, so I go out to the test drive range, and they're going to be just driving around aimlessly as NPCs in your target range somewhere. Now I normally come out here, look to my right, make sure I don't see any movement on the horizon over here. That negates that. Then I look dead center, see if I can see any movement over here. And so far I don't see any movement, so that only leaves one other place, unless he's hiding behind a hill somewhere, or she. And that would be in this little area over here. And this is where bots will spawn if you let them, and I don't see any movement over here either, so he must be hiding around. I'm going to assume he. Don't see anything yet. He's got to be driving around here somewhere though. I didn't catch it at first. So whoever this guest is, they're playing ninja mode, where they have a very stealthy car. Although I don't think they'd be operating a cloaking device while they're visiting, but who knows. I'm just going to drive around for a minute or two and see if I can find this person, because maybe they're hiding behind a piece of equipment somewhere. Those are target range vehicles. ones with the little red arrows. You can just use those as target practice. Where are you, guest? And if I don't see them right away with a first initial search, I just go back into my garage and come back out again, and usually that resets where they are so I can find them easier. Because I don't see this person anywhere. So let me do that. Still supposed to have one person. Let's go back out here and see if I can find them. Are you over here? There you are. I see you now. Aha. It's Wanda. And they just drove right past me. Now, normally what they'll do, they'll say something. Are you waiting for your mate? Somebody. Well, they wanted to honk the horn at me, but I missed it. So I gotta try to catch up to them again. So I have the option to honk my horn at them, or fight them. If I honk my horn, or fight them and win, they give me some random material. Scraps, copper, wires, engraving, batteries. If I fight them and lose, and I've said this before and I haven't done it yet, I've been meaning to, I'll come out here one time when I find a visitor, fight them and intentionally lose and see if they still give me materials. I don't think they do. If memory serves, if you lose to them, I don't think they give you anything. Then after that, I'm going to look at my Leviathan. I haven't deployed it, but I should. I've built a Leviathan. Once you reach level 17, you can start building a vehicle called a Leviathan. You get pretty much 100,000 max power score. You can throw whatever weapons you want on there. You get 80 energy, and you can throw anything together, and you deploy it. It'll go to a map and fight as an NPC for you. You can test drive it, but you can't control the weapons fire. It automatically fires for you. You just drive it around in your little test garage here, so not a whole lot to it. And it'll get you some random, it's usually copper, materials. And let's see. I am... Your default faction is the engineers. Everybody starts with that, and then you can pick, once you reach level 10 with the engineers, you can pick a secondary one between the nomads, scavengers, and lunatics. I'm going with the lunatics. I'm almost level 9. Once I reach level 10 with the lunatics, that will unlock the fire starters. And you can read right down here. If I want to be the Dawn's Children, I need level 10 with the nomads. If I want to be the Steppenwolves, I need level 10 with the scavengers. And ultimately, I will do that. I went with the lunatics first because they had the shotguns that I wanted, and now I'm contemplating making an engine. Now, I could do the hardcore engine, which takes no extra energy, but gives me extra weight, 500 kilograms, extra cabin speed, and extra power. Now, that's not a whole lot extra, but it doesn't take up energy. The comparative one is the one from the Nomads called the Dun Horse. And that gives me 2,500 extra pounds, 500 extra kilograms, 14% cabin speed, and 15% power. More durability, but it takes an energy slot, so I have to factor that in my build. Because right now, my current build is taking all the energy I have with these 3 autocannons. Let me see if I can pull up the information. Yeah, I'm using 13 out of 13. Now, I could, in theory, take out my cooler and throw that engine in. That just means my weapons are going to overheat a little quicker if I don't cycle the firing, which I recommend you do. So. Alright, so now I go into my dailies right here. My daily challenges. And they'll change every day. I've already done all of the story mode, and now I have the option to replay the missions again on a harder difficulty level to give me some extra experience when I do them. Or I could go in and just reset the whole story and start all over from scratch, and I may do that again, because that would be a huge reputation bonus for me each time I replay it. And that might be an opportunity to stream something one time. Just stream the whole story mode in one go, because I have a much more powerful vehicle now than I did before. So I have to win 2 battles and missions. Doesn't matter what mission I do. I have to win 1 raid, win 2 battles in missions or raids using a shotgun, so I can't use my current gun for that goal because I'm using autocannons. Craft any part on a workbench. complete 3 daily challenges. And these will change. This will change to complete 4. This will change to win 3 battles. This will change to win 2 raids. And this will change to win 3 more battles with shotguns. This could be either craft a part on a workbench or sell or buy an item on the market. That's the only difference in this. And you can see the extra scraps I'll win for each one. Now, the other thing you can do is the seasonal challenges, and you can see what I earn here. I earn these things called badges. I only got one that I could actively do. Well, I could do hard raids with electronics as well, but I started the one with copper first. I'll continue that one, but I want to do a Leviathan raid. That's what I promised on Twitter earlier. So I was going to do this and go after the Leviathans just to see how much punishment I'm going to take on that, because the Leviathans are no joke. But when you earn these badges, you can change them in for goods or items. And right now, I think I can get 200 copper or scrap. I want to take a look, because I'm going to need a whole lot of scrap for what I'm planning on doing. I need to build some machine guns and an engine, and I'm going to need a lot of scrap for that. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and exchange it for scrap. The thing is, that's going to count as creating an item for some reason. So I can do this once for 500 scrap. I'm going to go ahead and do that. And then it says, I crafted a part on any workbench, so I get an extra 25 scrap for that. So I got 525 scrap, and did one of my daily challenges all in the same go. So now I have 2195. That should be enough to make 2 vector machine guns, which is what I want to do. And all I got to do is make some cords. Well, guess what? I'm going to go ahead and get my level 9 with the Lunatics. Then I'm going to change to the Nomads, because I really need to upgrade my machine gun game, because I only have the cords, and believe me, they're not good enough. They're not good enough for where I am. So I'm going to go back to my garage. I'm going to change over to... Actually, if I want to do a Leviathan raid, I'm going to have to do this guy. So let me do that first, and then I'll do the missions with shotguns, because I promised a Leviathan raid. Fight the menacing mechanical monsters built by other survivors. If you want to win, make sure to defeat the Leviathans during the time limit and stop them from destroying the pump jacks. Let's go. The spectators are waiting. You need to be level 10 with the engineers and a 5,000 power score. I qualify. It's going to take me 40 of my 200 gas. Let's do this. Hopefully I get on a halfway decent team, because I'm going to be the weakest link for the most part. I can guarantee you that. So, in theory, I could see my own Leviathan in here. I very seriously doubt that's going to happen. But all the other people that have made Leviathans, they're going to show up in here and we get to fight against them. Lucky us. So I have no idea how powerful these things are going to be. Sometimes you're going to wait around for a good match to start. If it doesn't start within a couple minutes, because I don't want a bunch of dead air, I will go ahead and do something else. I think that makes sense, right? Who wants to watch dead air? Nobody. So sometimes the matchmaking can be a little bit wonky in this game. Depends on how many are online, who's doing what content. There might not be a lot of people wanting to do Leviathan raids right now. They're probably doing other dailies, like I will be. So if this doesn't work out now, I'll give it a couple minutes. If that doesn't work, I will switch out to my shotgun buggy and do some other content with that. Or I'll just try some hard raids for the weekly bonus. I still might have enough time to do that. Maybe. Here we go. We're going to get into one. Here we go. This is probably a death sentence. Alright, we got a 6,000, a 5114, and a guy that is connecting. Alright, so we're going to have some riffraff to clear first, and then a Leviathan's going to come out of here somewhere. Yep, here he comes. Don't know where he is yet. Yep, he comes. And he's going to have some little friends. Can't ignore these friends. If you do, they might hurt you. We have 4 people. Let's take out the melee first. There we go, nice taken care of. And now we got the Leviathan. I don't want to be too close to Leviathan. They usually have a ton of weapons, and I am not built to take a lot of damage. Looks like we're doing pretty good, but there's going to be 3 of them coming at us. Set them on fire a little bit, but keep them overheating. And there we go, that one wasn't too bad. There's going to be another one. He's going to have more little happy friends to go against us. I lost something. Take out that melee person first. Much luck taking out the riffraff here, am I? Get this! Not sure where the team went. Hey, look at it! Alright. Roll them down. Okay. Leviathan. Turn on this way. Try to sneak behind them while they're distracting him. That'll beat on him. The guy's pretty quick. Pretty good. He is shredding me. Boy, howdy. This Leviathan is much tougher than the previous one was, for sure. We're having some trouble here. I don't have many of my wheels left, so it's difficult for me to maneuver. My weight is also compromised, so my vehicle is shaking around from the recoil from the auto cannons. Very maneuverable. We got him slowed down a little bit. Get a beat on because of that. I'm really gonna have to cycle my fire along because of the surprised nature of my vehicle. More hits than I'm doing. Alright, that one is done, and now we have probably the hardest Leviathan to go after, the last one. And I am not in very good shape here. Yep, okay, so I get to use my 3 repair kits. I lasted a little bit longer than I expected I would, so there's that bonus. Find friends here. See them. Getting to them. Got the Leviathan kicking my butt.
The enemy's destroyed.
Okay, that guy's done. Whoa! Well, I found the Leviathan. He found me. Holy Toledo. That's not good. I'm missing most of my wheels on one. He just blew one side of my car off, essentially. I don't really want his attention all that much. going to get it, unfortunately. That's kind of what I figured. Yeah. Well, look, he's got a bunch of tank guns, no wonder. Nobody else is going to try this. So this is how I figured it would go. I am not running very epic weapons. I'm only running mostly second-tier weapons. Those autocannons, while they're halfway decent, they're not going to be enough for Leviathans with those kind of weapons. So that's how that went. I just wanted to do that for fun. I knew it probably wasn't going to go well. Oh well. So my co-driver just went up a level. Each faction has their own. I'm currently using Perseus because he's got a bonus to autocannons. He also has some for machine guns and drones, which really don't matter. But I'm going to be switching up. I'm sorry for my indecision. I've got to calculate out how I want to do things. So my seasonal is I have to run 8 more of these. Can I get 8 more done? At 45. I could do 4 today. And then in 20... Okay, so I can't get this one done. I only unlocked the 5,000 as of yesterday, so I didn't have enough time to get this one. So it doesn't matter if I do these hard raids or not with shotguns. So it's not going to matter. So I'm going to go ahead and just go ahead and... just go ahead and go ahead. That makes sense. It'll give me electronics. Give me copper. Steppenwolves. Fire starters, no thank you. Dawn's Children, no thank you. Nomads. If I'm going to do any, it's probably going to be Nomads. And I only need the 4,000 power score. I think I'll go ahead and run that. I'll go ahead and take that. And just waiting for a match. Whoa. I cannot sing worth a garbage. Alright. If you're wondering what that noise is, if my mic is picking it up, this would be my computer chair anytime I essentially move at all in it. Sounds good, doesn't it? It still works. Not extremely comfortable, but hey, you gotta go with what you got, right? Apparently a lot of people don't want to do this one, because there we go. As soon as I say it, match starts. Alright. Hopefully this is going to go a little bit better. We got 3 people in here. It should go okay. Sometimes they like to only start with 2, which is annoying.
Contact.
Oh.
Remember when I promised to kill you last? Well, I lied. Someone needs their training wheels back. You rock.
These missions can be a little bit difficult. And if you're joining my stream, I want to say hello and thank you. If you're lurking, that's fine. You don't have to say anything. It's cool to know that sometimes people are here. If you want to say hello, say hello. If you like this game, let me know that too. If you want to team up sometime, you're more than welcome to do that too. If you're just going to start out the game, let me know that, because I can help you progress in story mode, and that'll get you ahead of the game a little bit quicker if you have somebody to help you out do that. It'll get you up some levels with the engineers real quick. Get you access to some more parts. Build your car out a little better.
He looks like he popped into a hornet's nest.
If you follow my episodes, my walkthrough, I'll teach you how, as a free-to-play player, to make in-game currency so that you can buy things on the market and craft things. It's going to cost you some in-game currency to craft something to rent a workbench to build. I got one guy sitting back here doing nothing. I got another guy trying to be Rambo. If you go faster than the rest of the team, they can't help you if you get yourself into trouble, which you will eventually. The other guy's still maybe disconnected. Not sure. Something is shooting me. Fine. We're gonna have to come back this way, so it doesn't. It makes sense to take care of these mines. We're gonna have to drive back this way on the way back. That's the boss. And these will become annoying if we hit them on the way back. We didn't wait. The third person is AWOL. I don't know what they're doing. There they are. Maybe they're just extremely slow. What are you shooting me for? Your friends can't hurt you, so there's no friendly fire in this company because that would probably kill us all. They can flip you over. Whoa! I like how they show up after. Oh, by the way, there's a target over there. I know there's a gun over here somewhere. I know there's one on that ledge. I can finally see that. Those turrets are no joke. You can't ignore them. They will blow the heck out of you. And you gotta watch out because they've got a bunch of them over here. I'm not going in that one.
This one's doing the warm. Look at this.
Disaster.
One enemy down.
Clear out the enemies first, and then we'll worry about the turrets. Hit one or two. Somebody else is going to pick up one, so... Just got to protect this area. This one's got some drones going on. I usually try to aim a little high on the vehicles because most vehicle builds mount their guns on the top or in the very front, and if you take out guns, you pretty much negate the effectiveness of. So that one guy had a cloak, he kind of faded out of view until I hit him again with a gun, and then he reappeared. There's a cloaked guy behind him, a drone, and then you can get out of harm's way. Like drones, go away, buddy. Now, a lot of people will pick up this cargo and they'll just take off running and leave their partners behind, and even though there's going to be a huge wave of enemies coming. And it's really a pain in the butt because then they get a big lead on you, they go to the boss, they get themselves killed. And who does that help? So that guy, of course, Mr. Rambo, is going to go ahead and take off, and like I said, there's enemies behind us coming. And they're going to be continually taking pot shots at me as I try to catch up to the rest of the team. This is why you don't do this to your teammates, so... I've lost some of my front end pieces, so my car is a little too light in the front for my steering to matter. So that's going to make maneuvering real fun. Still behind me. Come on, guys. Settle down. I'm gonna have to fight this guy anyway. He's gonna keep coming. And he's already spawned the boss.
Let's see him try this.
try to solo it. And guess what happened? It got destroyed. Yeah, what a surprise. I didn't see that coming, now did I? No one called it. Putting them down a little bit here. Rolling out of here, missing. Bye. Now we can focus on the light. Okay, there we go. That's how you do it. Good job. Alright, now I just went up my level with the lunatics, like I wanted to. I got my tickets, got that, the plastics, I got some patches, all good stuff. Let's go back to my garage. I'm going to go ahead and change my faction. And when you change a faction, you have to stick with that change for 24 hours before you can change it again. I'm going to be crafting quite a few machine guns, so at least 2 or 3, probably 3 if not more, maybe 4. Machine guns are a lot better in bulk. Do you really want to change? Yes, I do. And as you can see, it's going to cost me 3 coins every single time I want to craft something here. I want to craft something called a vector machine gun. And it's 650 a piece, so I can craft 2 comfortably. I gotta get some cords, which I do have, but I'm using them, so I'll just craft a couple more. They're not gonna cost me too much. Cords, 30 each. Let's craft 2. Let's go back to the nomads. And let's craft. I can only craft 1 at a time, unfortunately. They're gonna cost 15 minutes of time, so by the time this stream is over, I should have at least 2 of these things. And there we go. So while we're doing that, let's go ahead and do some more missions. Now, battles and missions or raids. I'll just do it in missions. I'll complete my raids with my autocannon gunner here. These rotate out every hour as well, these raids. Against the nomads, data theft. Let's see what else we have. Dawn's Children. Fire starters. Stepping roofs. I'll go with this one. I need copper anyway. I'm not in particular any need for any. You can do any raid you want. The seasonal ones say, okay, complete 6 easy, complete 12 normal, complete 10 hard. So those are the ones that matter. But since I've already completed it, it's all your seasonal ones, your weekly ones, obviously they recharge every week. And that is on Sunday. So tomorrow, all this will reset. And I'll have more weekly missions to do. And I recommend doing that. I'm taking you through this daily grind so that you can see what you have to do in order to get good resources and to progress in the game. Just what is the bare minimum you need to do. And I figured out last stream when I did this, about an hour and a half for where I was at 4,000 power score. I'm now at 5,000, just barely. I mean, this is not really a legitimate 5,000 power score build. Just barely getting by.
Someone needs their training wheels back.
That's Vilvek. Some rocket launchers over here that they probably just took out. There's smart, they would have. So now we gotta go defend this tower that we just came from. They're gonna come from this direction. I can tell on my battle map. And this is pretty good team down here. Some pretty potent firepower. I'm just gonna stay back. They want to go up the front lines, they can. That's not my job. My job is to support. I got ranged weapons that do not rotate fast. That's what the autocannons do. They're good for sniping out parts and pumping out some damage over distance. The shotguns, you're going to see that's a completely different play style. I'm going to be up close and personal with the shotguns.
Someone needs their training wheel back.
Okay, now we got to go over to the next objective, which is to free up this tower. It's going to have some defenses. There's going to be some people over here and some more rockets. As you can see, I'm hitting targets from very far away. Still pumping out the normal damage I would, because these things don't really decrease their damage over range. Machine guns do a little bit. Shotguns definitely do. I mean, you won't even hit anything from a shotgun from this far away.
Immobilize targets. The best.
Hogel. German. Looked like a slightly German name on the last part. Gunting. Holder Gunti. I don't know if he's German. I took some German in high school. That sounds like a German name. Completely wrong. There's people from all over the world that play this game. There's some people from Russia, from the UK. Obviously some from America too. There's a guy from Kentucky. About the internet, so when I first started getting onto the internet, so I talked to people from all over the world, you know, anywhere. It's amazing. I can ask them what's life like there, what's weather like all the way across the world. Try to figure out what time it is, their time as opposed to mine. You know, because it's hard to think about, you know, that, you know, some parts of Europe are like a day ahead or half a day ahead of us. Going boom. And it's not me, so that's always a bonus. Like that Leviathan Raid. I knew that was going to be pretty much a suicide mission. I knew I had really no business going in there, but I just wanted to show you just how much a step up in challenge that is. I definitely need a better vehicle to get in there. Something that has more defense on it. For sure. This was just what I could throw together with what I had, so I got to rework a build. Something that's more durable than this, can hold more weight. That's why I'm thinking about getting an engine that will allow me to hold more weight, go a little faster too. Run into my teammates there and cause an even bigger traffic jam, so pump the brakes. Pump the brakes. Attacking the tower already. Yeah, he's trying to stealth on me. I don't think so, brother. I don't think so. Say goodnight, Gracie. My name's not.
Let's see him try this. There, let's go.
Boom, James Bond. Shaken but not stirred. Shaver. Big guy with a blood. Ready to come from ready to go. Bluey. It looks like the team I'm with has some heavy. It looks like this guy's running some autocannons. I knew that. That guy looks like he's running some autocannons. Not sure about the other guy.
This one's doing the worm.
He's good.
You got it.
There we go. Got his weapon. Sheesh now. If you get that reference, you must be a felon first. I've taken a bit of damage, but then I took an arrow to the knee. I hear you're going to join that new team. Watch your back, friend, and maybe buy some armor for it too. Going to the abandoned crypt. Watch out for some of them walking dead. Baldur's Gate. The shot. Boy, somebody's just hitting the crud out of the ball. Goodbye, boss. Now we gotta destroy the riffraff. I had a really good team. This guy stuck on that little tube breaker or whatever. Should be right around this corner. Here we go. NFL, not for long. Boom diggity. Well, snippity diggity. 72 copper. Hello. That's quite a bit. Few pawns, which I'll need for something. Nomad Destroyer Mechanic times 2, because I took out weapons and parts. Nerves of Steel. Nerves of Steel. Cut the pass. I did a syndicate mission without even really trying. Cannons, Backstab, Blind Fury, Exterminator. Let's see. 980, considering I'm a really underpowered level person. It's not too bad. I think I'm going to run that one back. Run it back, run it back. Yeah, makes sense to me. I've got, I can do that 2 more times, so I might as well. Same mission. Yeah. Let's do it. Love and cool. Do it. Do it. Do it. Hello, Avon calling. Blah, 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 blah. Sorry for that dead air, but I have a very sensitive microphone and it'll pick up something from miles away. I was broadcasting some helicopter that was flying overhead. You have lots of helicopters flying over. There's a little mini airport near airfield. Not really an airport, it's not a major airport, but you know, the single double engine like Cessnas and you know, some private aircraft and some helicopters for sure take off from there all the time. Whoa. Got in the middle of some action here. They're already starting without me. Hold up, friend.
Well, you can run now.
Whoa.
Oh, I don't think this one's coming back up.
Wait for me. Hey, you can't win without me, I'm sure. You need me to help you. You're in trouble. Mandalay! Go Team Venture! Yeah. What's a rusty venture? Some distance between. Left fire, and I don't think it's way. Some of these finish.
The enemy's destroyed.
Spaceship maneuvers. Path of propeller. Prepare for ludicrous speed. They've gone to plan, sir.
Keep it up, soldier.
Preparing, always preparing. Just go to ludicrous speed already.
This is fine. Another enemy destroyed.
I knew there was a stealth. Here's a guy. Friend, but security kill. Me too. There is a dude over there hiding. Get you. Go where you're doing. Goodbye. Red Forest. Black Forest Town. Clandy. Mr. Clandy, you're a fine girl. What a good wife you would be. Well, if you get that reference, I mean, that's even really before my time. But I grew up with music of that era because how old I am. Yeah. You're a bad. Excellent. Shoot. Oh, hello now. I thought there was a stealth guy there. That's why I was seemingly shooting at nothing, but fortunately I didn't look at the guy.
I don't think this one's coming back up.
It's the click. Hello, Gray. What are you doing?
Not gonna need that steering wheel no more.
Gray. Freaks. Yeah, already.
Well done.
Get wrecked, son.
Thanks,
I got you, buddy.
I owe you.
Sort of. Oh my god. Sorry, I tried to get out of the way and I ended up getting in his way. At least I had. He's not a sick duck. Oh, he's try to help out your friends unless, you know, you just can't because it'll instantly cause your death. But you can help them, do it. Because that's the worst feeling in the world, to be stuck upside down and you got a pile of enemies around you, you can't shoot anybody. It's terrible. Especially when you got friends sitting there, you know, partners sitting there on your team, and they just like, nah, don't care. I'm not flipped over, so I don't care. Right? As long as I team concept there.
Let's see him try this barefoot.
You got to do that. Ten dying. You blow up all of them. Yes. Yeah, we could have good. It kept on giving a lot of stuff. I didn't have the power. But chicken is my life. That is highly illogical, that. Oh, right. Bombarded by an ambush of people. Drive by. I'm a poet. I wish my auto would actually shoot from there, trying to, instead of shooting in the thin air. I mean, granted, this is a post-apocalyptic future, so there could be some, but I doubt it's what I have to worry about at this point. I have a bunch of guns shooting. I could be wrong. I'm wrong. Every single movie. I love it. I would go this one all the long. The floor as you do, killing the fitness. I carpet dries. I will vacuum you and clean you, carpet. That's deserved. Thank you, carpet. I'm just gonna say random things. Prove that my voice will sound amazing. Super califragilistic.
Where do you think you're going? Find some wheels first.
My friend.
Wow!
My name is Mud. 6'2" and miles of blue. So I cracked him upside the head with baseball. My name is Mud.
Mobilized.
Buddy Gray is flipped again. Are you gonna help him or shoot him? You are helping him.
I sent him back where he came from.
Smoke and blue.
Good shooting, lad.
As I want you today. As a friend. As a friend. As an old memory. Marine. And a lower position. I don't want to explode again. I'm getting shot by something. I am not long for this world. Long for this world, I am. It's a pretty horrible unit. Long for this world. Yeah. something. Come on, man. Come on. Come on.
Not your best effort, but it's alright.
What you gotta do, see, what you gotta do. You gotta take all the foreign bird traps out of comfort. See, that's what you gotta do. Now look at this pie chart. That was Ross Perot. A lot of you probably don't even know who the heck that was, but yeah, he was a hand grenade with ears that ran for president, apparently.
Apparently. Hi, this is Brent Hume, bringing you the news. Apparently, people don't know who I am anymore.
Alright, so we built a vector machine gun. Yahoo! Guess what? We're gonna build another one. If the back button would work. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Oh, mama. Hey, watch the hair, man. Oh, I need to build another car jack first. Well, let's go over to the engineers. Build us a car jack. And now we got a car jack. And... Whoops, I'm in the wrong crafting section. And let's craft another Victor. Yes. And what do I have left in storage? I still have enough scrap metal to buy a third one, which I want to save up a little bit more because I'm going to have to craft a couple of the extra pieces to make one. I would like to get 3 done. 3 is good. I'd like to have 4, but I don't have quite enough materials as of yet to do that. So, buttons. But my next project is to get 4 vectors. Then I'll have, across the board, pretty much all the blue tier weapons I can get at this point. I'll have melee, I'll have machine guns, I'll have shotguns, I'll have autocannons, I'll have a cannon, I have rockets, all the blue tier weapons. I'm trying to think if there's one that I've missed, but I think that covers just about all the bases. And then it's up to the next tier, the Teal Tier. I already have a couple of mace shotguns, which are the Teal Tier. The quote-unquote special tier is referred to in this game. Let's see, the Syndicate is a special event that's going on for a few more days. And that's the seasonal challenges. I have to earn 5 patches for doing missions and raids. So any patches I earn will give me 600. The Exterminator Patch, basically what I have to do with the Exterminator Patch is kill somebody that's using drones without killing their drones first in a battle. And I haven't been running into too many people that are using drones in battles just yet, so it's going to be a little bit difficult. The other one, Backstab, is I have to, in a mission, not one of these, this is a raid. I'll show you what a mission is later, what the difference is between the two.
I see bad guys incoming.
To pull them out of cloak and destroy them like within a certain amount of time, like 3 seconds or something.
Whoa, get on him!
I don't do enough damage to do something like that anyway, unless I got real lucky or maybe I got a kill shot on something that somebody else was shooting at. Maybe I can do it that way. I don't think I went with everything. Weapon gone, you're good. And goodbye. The target. Rush back to the airdrop. Uh-oh. Got stuck there. Whoa! Never seen a diamond in the flesh. I know you're over here in Fort Wayne. I caught my I'm not proud of my friend in a torn up town. No postcode envy, but every song's like my factory juice. Diamonds on your timepiece, jet planes, islands, tigers on your gold beach. We don't care. We're not caught up in your love affair, 'cause we'll never be royal. It don't run in all blind. Kind of looks not for us. We have a different kind of buzz. I could be your ruler. You could call me Queen Bee, and baby I'd rule. Let me live that fantasy. My friends and I, we crack the code. We count our dollars on the train to the party. And everyone who knows us knows that we're fine with this. We didn't come from money. But every song's like My Factory, Goose, Diamonds on your timepiece, jet planes, islands, tigers on a gold leash, we don't care. We're driving Cadillacs in our dreams, cause we'll never be royal. It don't run in our blood, the kind of luck's just not for us. Crave a different kind of buzz, it could be your ruler. You could call me Queen Bee, and baby I'd rule. Let me live that fantasy. Oh, 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 I'm bigger than I ever dreamed. 'Cause we'll never be royal. It don't run in our blood, the kind of luck's just ain't blood. Crave a different kind of buzz. I could be your ruler. You could call me Queen Bee, baby I'd rule. Let me live that fantasy. Told you can't sing.
Why did you listen?
You're just gonna have to deal with my random stream of comments. That's just what's gonna happen on this channel when I'm left for hours of conversation with myself. Dancing with myself. Oh, 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 oh. And that's why you should join the chat and stop making things. Otherwise, you know, you're gonna have to deal with that. So do you want your ears bleeding red cottage cheese for my singing, or would you rather? Your choice. Make your choice, or I will make it for you. Choose your weapon. To a pretty good golem. My voice isn't there right now. I can tell. It will probably not turn out too good. Yeah. Can't do it just yet, but I promise I'll put a Schmeagle / golem out there when I think my voice is up to it.
Hello, baby.
I got him good.
Dinner spread. Oh, what a fabulous story. This is Roger from Family Guy.
I sent you back
Pretty
right
sure I asked for pizza.
Well done. Keep up the good work.
Oh, please. Just wonder where the paper is. No, 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 no. I'm gonna help this guy do some of this stuff. Then we'll flip him back over.
Right on time.
There you go.
The
Your own
enemy's
stuff.
destroyed.
CNC, I'm going to assume that is thank you for something. It may not be. I'll just assume that it's thank you in a different language. Or it stands for something that I'm not sure. I would normally say TY for thank you, but... I can't even begin to imagine what that stands for. Command and Conquer. CNC music back then. Dance. Something. Something. Dance. Dance. Something. CNC Music Factory, ladies and gentlemen. I'm terrible. Terrible nuclear. Terrible. Well, that was this were melee based. Going straight on into me. That's pretty sweet. But nobody said the AI bots. And here comes a weapon. Coming. And it's coming down the hill and up the hill and close. Now he's got an army of drones. Get rid of those. Well, thank you for driving right into my line of fire and blowing your own weapons off. There you. You're about to knock. Goodbye. Good night, sweetheart. Well, it's time to go. Good night, sweetheart. Well, I've got to go. Can't tell what direction I'm even driving anymore. The front of my feet. Oh. It's about the same as the back. I mean, there's another dude around here. Not anymore, so they got him. Congratulations.
That's what I like. Well done.
Alright. So I got the ally for flipping a dude. I got weapons destroyed and nerves of steel. They didn't get destroyed and I got 81 Kapoor. Capper. And I got this tag for the Syndicate experience. That's cool. Challenges. 2 battles and missions. 2 battles and missions raids using a shotgun. Okay, I'm just finishing up my gas. I usually do that. I could have bypassed that, but if you got gas, you might as well use it all. Because it's only going to be farming materials. Anyway, a friend I met earlier, he is from Ukraine. I met somebody from Romania. I'm not sure where Chips Ahoy is from. We met in an adventure mode battle. Alright, so now it's time to change the loadout to my shotgun vehicle. You see, it looks quite a bit different. I am running a, what is that? That is a sledgehammer in the front, which is a blue tier. And these 2 in the back are maces. They are Teal Tier. And shotguns dish out a lot of damage in a short burst over short range. And these tires have a special ability to them as well. We're going to go ahead and change the driver to Bulldog, because he is the shotgun expert in melee. Put him in my cab. And let's show you something here in the test drive. So, you see these wheels here? They are special Syndicate wheels, and when I press a button, boop, boop, hydraulic suspension. And what that can help me, if you see how my front end is set up, it's sort of what they call a wedge. I got a very budget wedge build, because I just don't have the parts yet to build a correct one, but when I lowered my front end, it gets those blades lower to the ground to scoop up under vehicles a little bit better. So the theory is, what I'll do is I'll drive out here, find an enemy I want to go after, line them up, drop my front end down, and hit them, and I didn't quite get a good direct hit on them, but the theory is to flip them or pin them to the front of my vehicle. Maybe I can, kind of like this. And then they're kind of stuck on my front end, and then I can just hammer them away with my shotguns at close range, which is exactly where I want to be. Now I hit an exploding barrel, so that blew my rear tire off, so that's not ideal, obviously. But that's the theory of how I want to do things. So now we'll just go into some missions. Now I can't do batteries with this car, but I can do wires, I can do patrol, which is going to be against NPCs. They're not going to be much of a challenge. Let's go up against some other players and get some more scrap. Farm up some scrap. Boy, that was quick. And these can go any of two ways. We'll either steamroll the other people, or they'll steamroll us. Or sometimes there's going to be a close battle. So my theory, especially with a shotgun, I'm going to find some of the other players. I'm going to follow them, because there will be bots on the team too. And you don't want to follow the bots. And hi, you mind not pushing me all over the battle map, please? That'd be real great.
They're breaking through here.
So this is a capture of the base area. See, I can't shoot from range. That is the drawback to having a shotgun build, is that I have to be up close and personal to do my damage. Otherwise, I'm in trouble. But this guy helped me out, didn't he? This is a bot. One down, at least. Why haven't we taken over this base yet? All of us are in here, and there are no enemies in the base as far as I can see. There we go. And we gotta get to B. We gotta make a run.
Someone needs their training wheels back.
We gotta go. They get that base, we're done. Come on, man. See?
Don't worry.
Now that one I didn't get killed. I had a pretty good match, personally. As you can tell, I got the this unyielding is MVP of the losing side. So that means I got a lot of points on my side, at least half as much of the MVP. Score more than half the points of the MVP and lose, because they tackled our base. So I got 573 is not that great. But then again, it was a capture the base mission. And there's different ones. There's capture the base. There's just a flat-out fight. You know, one base versus another. Looks like my other machine gun is done. That was quicker than I thought. So that's two of them. Let's see if I got enough to make a third. In theory, I do. I just need these... another cord and another car jack. Okay, so let's... cord... car jack. Let's see if I still got enough. And voila. 3 vector machine guns. I would like a 4th. That's going to take me a little while. I doubt I'll have enough materials by the end of the night to make a 4th, but we'll... Nah, I don't think so. I'm going to have to be grinding quite a bit to get that. Grinding. Slipping, sliding, grinding.
Let's get them all and just stand
And
this.
slide. We're all going in. Or not. Charlie. The enemies, the bots
Enemy in
usually
sight.
come around the
Everyone
corner
stay
here.
alert.
Oh. That was kind of surprising.
I'm taking this base. End of the line.
Okay.
Well done.
I took one down. I might not get another one this whole battle, but at least I got one.
I burned him. Toasted.
Come on, let's rush them.
We're losing ground, people.
There we go. Wedge working in effect. Oh. I can't tell if because he exploded and had explosive parts that I blew up. Maybe he self-destructed on me and I didn't hear the self-destruct button going off. But I got a kill for it, so I'm gonna assume that I blew him up and the explosion took me out too. I don't have a severe problem. Looks like we got this one in hand. We'll get the win. FTW. Good job, guys. Reach reputation level 5 with the movie. I'm just done that. Yahoo. New pots in storage. So there you see I gotta win one more and then it's gonna give me 3 more of those. Let's go back. This is gonna change to 3 of these as well. They're gonna piggyback off each other. And the complete 3 daily challenges has turned to 4. So, no biggie at all. I gotta win more patches. I'll get another 500 points, it looks like, for this. Alright. Let's go. Let's go run it again. Run in. So I got this blueprint for this vehicle if I want to build that. I got some airplane wings, a nozzle. I really want to get to level 8 will give me another plow like I'm already running. When you get 2 of those, you can make some interesting front ends for your car. As well as these things called single and double blades that can really help make a wedge front end. And a wedge is very successful, or effective, that's what I meant to say. So we've gone almost an hour and a half now. I'm almost done my dailies. It just depends on how quickly you can get into the battles, how quickly you can win. If you want a shortcut to win your battles, you can go into patrols against the NPCs and you'll just steamroll most everything, or your team will, and you'll just get the auto win almost. I want to go up against people because it's a little more challenging, a little more exciting. Not only that, you have the opportunity to win gas. I'm not running a gas tank on this build. I couldn't fit one in. But if I were, I would earn more fuel. I do want to make one run for 100 gas so I can sell it. See what's going for in the market now. Oh boy, the price really dropped off. But I'm going to bet tomorrow on Sunday it's going to go way back up again because people are going to be trying to finish their weekly tasks. No new guess. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Yeah. One other thing I was thinking about doing is I played a game I'm sure you all heard about because they market the thing like crazy and just give out silly money to people that market it. Raid Shadow Legends, yeah. I went to see what this game is all about. And it is a mobile game, but you can play it on computer as well, PC, through Clarion Play. And if you've ever played another game called Summoner's War, you played Shadow Legends, Raid Shadow Legends. It is, what I say, Summoner's War. It is pretty much exactly. No, don't. Good. Well, that was probably not a smart idea. That was pretty stupid. That was really stupid. Don't do what Ben does. My pro tip, don't do what I do most of the time. That was a real silly idea. I don't know what I was thinking. I should have pulled out of there and just tried to strafe or something. Because there's no way I'm going into a pile of 5 people coming out the winner. I guess I got greedy for a kill. So learn from that mistake. That's something I got to keep it in the back of my head. It seems like you should be very cognizant of that all the time, but you know, in the heat of battle, you kind of lose your mind. We got more people than they do, so maybe we can still pull this out. Dave is a bot. He's got a pretty good build there, but he's not shooting anything. Shoot him, Dave! There you go. Oh, now he can't. Who else we got? We got Nazi, who's on fire.
Here somewhere.
Only has 2 shots of each of his cannons, so that's not great. And we got Bold, who's also got a cannon. We got a Wasp? Yep. A Wasp is that thing in the front there. This little rocket launcher doohickey. He can pump out some serious damage, but the thing is, you never really know where they're going. They're not, guided. They're unguided. So they kind of shoot out in a straight line in front of your vehicle, but sometimes they kind of meander about. There he is, right behind you, Bold. Look out, Bold! Bold. And this dude's parked. Okay, he's missing a wheel, so he's having trouble moving around a bit. Or he's so heavy in the front end. His back wheels can't touch the ground. I find in situations like this that it's, even though it might be a little slower, speed-wise, that it is easier to control if you just drive the vehicle in reverse. Now, his weapons won't be facing forward, of course, and he can't shoot behind himself, so there is that, but... I mean, if you're stuck up against the wall, you might as well try whatever you can to get moving. Fortunately, I didn't see where his enemy went. And he's at a disadvantage with only 2 shots. And he's on fire. And that's it. It didn't go wonderfully. I got another tag. I got the assist in the shotgun. Destroy or help destroy. Enemies with a special weapon, the type shotgun. Well, my mace is qualified for that, so guess what? So I finished that. And not quite enough to get up to level 66, but I'm there. I'm right around the corner. Not unusual to be loved by anyone. And this is gonna highlight because I unlocked a new faction. So I don't have all the parts to build this thing anyway. I don't have this gun, holy moly. I don't have these tailpipes either. Or these wheels. So about half the vehicle I don't even have. I do have the Wyvern cabin. I made one of those. This guy is highlighted because they want me to unlock this, but I need the materials to build items right now. Eventually I will get to unlocking those skills for the drivers because it definitely helps their skills go up. The deal is, well, I'll show you in a minute. Essentially, they're ranked on that. If you saw the tiers, there were 3 tiers of 5. When you get to the 5th one, you have to unlock that one in order to get the benefits from the ones in the tier below it. Even though you have unlocked them, you haven't. Well, you've earned them, you haven't unlocked them to use them until you purchase that 5th tier. So 5th, 10th, 15th. I don't know about this. Right in the middle of everything. Oh boy. Got a dot sitting there. Looks like Alec is on his. You're not going to shoot me with your judgment. Alright, see that. Wedge is working to perfection. He's stuck to me, he can't get away. He's probably going to self-destruct if he's smart, but my shotgun's pumped out a little bit too much damage for him. I'm going to drop down my front end. Oh, I almost wedged him. Almost got him, but now his weapons are gone. He's probably going to self-destruct. Yep, he is. Come on, guys. There we go. We got him. Good job. Good job, team. I think there is a guy behind us. There was. And I'm hurting. Yeah, I don't think I've got enough to take him out. Oh, he's missing a wheel. I can wedge him. How diggity dog. Look at that. That's how you do it. I'm a pro, baby. I got the MVP tag. Wow. So there's my 2 battles and missions. 2 with shotguns, and now it's going to be win 3 of those. That was a pretty cool run for me. See, that's what happens when you don't run into a whole boatload of enemies. I got 4 kills, no assists. Big score, 1750. 7, we had another good guy. One of the bots, David. Neos, 12. Got some assists on that. Did pretty well. That was a good run. I'll take those all day and twice on Sunday. But today's Saturday, so... Let's see how I'm looking on mats. 300 now on that. Got plenty of copper. Not hurting for copper.
Gas on the raid breaks in the middle, don't forget.
Just a matter of... Okay. Seems like... Yeah, okay. We're split pretty much 50-50 as where is everybody going, so I think I'm going to go with the pack.
Hey, enemy ahead, boys.
More people are coming this way, so... He's not going to go anywhere, and that's a box, so I don't have to worry about this. There's a lot of rock lobster over there. Nope, we're getting hit from behind, but we're getting dodge anyway. We've got a very fast vehicle. Wedging, baby. They got 2 of their guys. How are we going to go about this?
What are you doing?
Wedge versus wedge, and his is better than mine. I didn't think I had much of a chance. He's got a way better wedge. He's got way better weapons than I do. You see, he's running a 3rd... Oh, look at that guy. 2 purple tier rocket launchers. That's big. 10 shots, too. Wow. Well, I hope you get to use them for something. He also got Starodov over there. He's got some kind of... What the heck is that? An impulse. Purple tier. See, I got blue tier. They got purple. That's 2 levels above me. Go, Sarah! Wow! Those things... I mean, the problem, obviously, is the reload rate. Well, that wasn't a bad match. We lost, but we didn't do too terribly. Let's see. Yeah, I came in 3rd. Not great. I probably should not have tried to take on those 2 people, but I didn't have much of a choice. I thought my teammates were going to stick with me. They did not. I got my 3rd machine gun. Would build a 4th, but I'm about half of the way off. Plus, I'd have to build another cord and another car jack, so that's good. You know, I probably need about 800, maybe, just a rough estimate. The 4 vectors will be pretty good output for most builds, and they got good power score on them. Oops, there we go. I'm getting in battles pretty quickly today. Sometimes when you remember when I first got in, it was taking like a minute or 2, and now it's just like boom, boom, boom. Must be a lot of people running missions right now.
Forward! Follow me, guys!
Yeah, let's go to C.
The base is under attack!
Well, I'm not going there.
I'm taking
It's
the
under
base
attack.
here on the
Which
down
means
low.
there's gonna be lots of enemies now.
Be
Get
careful.
a bill. Emma, you're about to have a bad day. I'm sorry. Goodbye, Emma. It was nice knowing you. guys. I'm missing half my wheels now. This is going to be interesting.
Enemy killed one of us.
Help me out, people. Didn't take out that shotgun, and nobody helped. I mean, now Matthew's going to help me. He's a bot. I don't expect much from him, but come on, guys. You see me in there one-on-one tangoing. That's why it's good to play with some friends, get a group going. A lot of the guys that I've contacted through Twitch, or while I've been streaming, and on Twitter, the time that they're in UK, so they're both sleeping by now, or waking up in the morning, depending. They got one guy left, and we won. That's another victory, even though I didn't make it to the end. Oh well. Team victory, that's a win for us. 28 more scrap. 2 more patches for me. And another one in the battles missions. So, like I said, I could take a shortcut. I probably could have been done these missions already just by doing patrols, but I am going against other people because the rewards are a little better, a little higher. You only get maybe 9, 10 scrap from doing the patrols, and like I said, you get no chance for gas, which I'm not rolling with a gas tank right now anyway. Normally I would, but my shotgun build just didn't have room for that right now. Nance and Terminator. And there's Lottie. Lottie's. Uh-oh. I don't like the way this is looking. I think I'm going to not go that way. And I'm going to go after Stig, because he's by himself, and that looks like a good target. Drop the front end down. Stig does not see me coming. And there goes half a Stig. There we go. And no more weapons for Stig. He's self-destruct. I can't get away from him. Blow him up, blow him up, blow him up. Yes! That worked pretty well. You're done. Aw, he self-destructed too. Holy crud. Well, he's done. Hey! Boy! We ate through those guys quick. That was a roll. Wait a second. That was fast. 3 kills for me. Most on the team. Whew. I can't. I mean, I think it took longer to load up the mission than to get it accomplished on that one. So these are the battle missions. So you saw what the raids were. Those are big, longer missions against a boss in a raid. These are missions, and you can do them against NPCs, like I said, on a patrol, or against other players. You can do it. It doesn't matter what ones you do. These are all considered missions right here, these guys. These green ones are considered raids. This Leviathan counts as a raid, but its own raid. It has its own subsection where it'll be a goal as egg, do this many Leviathan fights and win. Alright. Some rather low power scores, low 4,000. So. That doesn't mean anything, because you saw some guys running purple tier weapons at 4,000 power score, and that's what a lot of people do in this game. That's why it's so hard when you go up a power score. When you first start out, you're running around 1,000, 1,500 power score. Most people are going to have fairly the same loadout that you do. Once you start creeping up around the 3,000 power score range, I'd say around 2,500, because you're going to get close to 3,000 power score, people are going to start putting, like, purple gold tier weapons on really garbage frames and CADs. And they might only have one weapon, but it's going to be so powerful that it can basically melt your car in one hit, because you're just not going to have the defense to deal with it. And the weapons you're going to have at that level, unless you're paying money, or have played the game forever and unlocked everything, I mean, your weapons are just not going to complete. They're going to be able to blow you away before you even get in range. So, there is that to consider.
The base is under attack.
Okay, they're fighting over B. Let's get this guy right here. defenseless now. I'm gonna let him go so that and he wedged me for a minute there, but he didn't self-destruct obviously. This is probably not a good thing for me. This guy's got cannons and melee. That is a problem. Come on, wedge. There we go. Come on, baby. That's it. Face is cat. Good job. Stalled them enough. That was a quick win. Death from above and Dominator. There goes my 3 battles, 3 shotguns, and all my dailies. So my dailies are done. So that took me about an hour and 40 minutes plus, you know, remember there was a 5-minute waiting time to even start this. Then there was my intro and my downtime for discussing what I was going to build. So I'd say about, you know, an hour and a half. And if you're free to play like me, that's what you're going to have to do pretty much on a daily basis. If you can put an hour and a half into this game every day, you'll be able to do all your dailies. That will help you complete your weeklies as you're doing them. And there are some here, you can't see them here. There was one where it's do 42 daily challenges. That unlocks a chest, and I think I might have opened it already. But it gives you a chest that you can open that will have a random part in it. It could be something really terrible, common. I think it gave me the judge, because I did not have, yeah, here it is, and you can tell because you can't trade this item. So I won a judge, which, it beats, I didn't have to craft it. It gives me a different option for a cannon if I chose to go that way. So I got my sledgehammer shotguns, I got my vectors, I got my rapiers, the autocannons, the little boy cannon, the judge cannon, the wasp, and the borer, which are the melee weapons I told you about. Sometimes I use those, sometimes I don't, depends on what I'm looking at. But as you can see, my dailies are now done. I don't have to do, I can do whatever I want now. I can't really do, yeah, here we go, win 10 battles in an invasion against Leviathans. Well, I don't have any gas. This won't recharge again until 24 hours, which will be 8 p.m. tomorrow, my time. There's no way in the world I'll have enough gas to do these in that amount of time, so I might as well not even try. Same thing with these guys. Maybe next time around. I'm not in a clan, so I can't do clan battles yet. I could rerun this story mode mission on hard mode. I might just go ahead and do that, and then I think I'm going to restart story mode and just do it all over again from scratch with a higher power score car. Let's go in with my shotgun car first, see what I can do there, and then if that doesn't work, I'll go in with my autocannon car. This is a way to earn some extra experience, some extra materials. It's like an RP version of the game. It tells a little bit of a story as you go along. But this is just going to be a random, harder version of what I've already cleared, so the story's not going to be long. Where's this thing? Doesn't matter. Well, I rammed him and he just fell up to pieces. Not a very durable build. There's some random scattered parts throughout the adventure mode. And the adventure mode map, I mean, this is just an enormous map. There's a group defense, but there's only one other guy in here, and he's extremely low power score. Let me talk to him real quick. What other people can do, you saw he was a 1200 power score. He can invite me into a group and then run his story mode missions, and I can be invited along and we'll both get experience for it, even though I've already completed mine. It will take mine to account. I couldn't do the other way. I couldn't invite him to my group and run through story mode missions too, because I've already completed them. I don't even see where he is. Oh, he's going to the group mission. He's not going to be able to do much there. He can fail it. But especially if he's only going to go there, even if I help him, we're not going to be able to do that group mission. It's a group defense, and they're just going to send wave after wave of a bunch of enemies, and it's not going to... You gotta defeat all now. This sound effects awesome. Okay, we put a tracker on the truck. Time to drive it to a visible spot, set up an ambush. Look at those rabbit joes. Do you agree? Well, I guess. So the recommended power score is about 2,500. I'm well above that, but I don't hold true to that. The truck with a tracking device is ready. Now we just have to put it in plain sight. And there's the big old truck.
Take a trip with the electronics to grab the brain apart.
So basically I gotta follow this truck. There's probably gonna be people trying to attack it. And then I gotta kind of stop them from blowing it up before it gets to its destination, I believe, if I remember. Usually that's what these escort missions are. Defend the truck against attackers, get it to its spot, yada yada yada. Bish boom bang, there's some you already get real quick. Doesn't hurt to pick those up. If you get too far away from the truck, it'll stop, which, not great. But you'll see why having another person running these missions with you could really help, because they just send waves of enemies after you. And they get annoying at times. Dang, guests from the here they come. They're around this corner? Somewhere close. Behind us? Basically, I'm going to go after whatever's closest to the truck. My goal is to protect the truck. You're done. You're done. Super scraps. That is a random mission I could do. I'm in the middle of a story mission, so I'm not going to do that. Here comes more people. Gotta get these up if I can. Gotta hurry. Come on, come on, come on. Oop, there. And now we wait.
Blarg.
Nice looking tank, huh?
Bleh.
Now they boarded the truck. Your Star Trek fans out there. Not sure what else I have to do. Do I have to yeah, okay, now I have to follow this truck. This is like if you play Gran Turismo, or Grand Theft Auto 5. I have to follow this truck, not spook it by getting too close, and I can't get too far away where I can't see it anymore. I can't shoot at it. It can be rather, it seems simple, but it can be rather frustrating because of how it operates. I got a fairly quick accelerating car, so I should be able to keep up okay and then accelerate. And the problem is that these random enemies over there that you see just out of the peripheral vision here, they'll come and attack me and I have to shoot them, or else they'll kill me, because I can't just outrun them. It just depends on whether they'll aggro me or not. So far, so good. Seem to be doing this. Oh, there we go. See, I can't get too far away. Not following me, yes. So I'm just gonna have to try to pace with the truck, not worry about the enemy so much. It is very picky. If I get too far away, I'll lose. He's right near the goal too, so I don't have much further to go. Oh, I'm too close. Gotta back up. Don't spook him. Don't spook him. Don't spook him. Don't spook him. Ah! So now I gotta do it. See, the enemies that chased me made me go too fast. I got too close, and then I couldn't get away fast enough. So, I mean, he was literally right at the gate. I was nearly finished the mission. Now I have to do the whole thing all over again. Isn't that fun? That includes the escorting part. See, I shouldn't have to replay this part. That's a bummer. Oh well. Go, truck, go. Driv. Driv faster. Spot. Don't worry, it's got plenty of endurance, it should land. Alright, back to this part. Let's hope the stupid enemies don't cause a problem for me again. See, I told you, it's simple in theory, but in practice, yep, I'm already spooking them. Of course, those silly enemies had to come get me, and I was in a catch-22. Either I let them keep hitting me and blowing me up, or risk being spotted by the truck. I wish they wouldn't aggro on me like they do, but I think they do that on purpose. Looks like I might have avoided them for the most part this time. Too close and spook them again. That'd be bad, okay? You'll see how close I was last time. I mean, he was literally right there. And this is the end of the mission too. I mean, he was going around that last corner. And literally, you see, I don't know if you can see that fence in the distance, but that's where he's got to get to. That's right, that's not the end. I have to destroy some turrets that are up there. So that's going to be fun with shotguns, so that means I got to get a little closer to them than I want to. With ranged weapons, I can kind of hide behind a cliff here and shoot them from afar, but now I don't have a choice. I have to get closer to them because my shotguns just don't have the distance. So this could be interesting. I've got to think about how I'm going to approach this. I guess I'm just going to have to get right up under him. Get close to them. Yeah, they can use their own defense against them. They can't shoot down at this angle. Okay, well that's what it took to do. You can get this one from here. You can't do anything about it. Where's your other strategy? See that? They're not even going to touch it. Boom! Mission accomplished. Boom! Shakalaka. Great job. The Ravager lair is right behind that gate. Now we just have to get through somehow. And the squad's all out of explosives. You love explosions too much. You're probably planning to do the same to the lair, right? This is the very same Lloyd from Dawn's Children. I recognize his car from the description. Sure, we just gotta blow up the lair too. The Ravagers are evil. We have to destroy them! Sure, but you haven't got explosives, have you? And I can pick the code to the gate. I don't trust him, Magellan. Constructive feedback. So my analysis of the debris gave me an idea that the memory wipe is reversible, but we first need to conduct a couple of experiments. And then you'll help us open the gate, right? We have a deal. Follow me, treated one. So there's a hovercraft in this game that you can build eventually when you get high enough power score and unlock the parts. There's 3701 reputation. La-di-da-di-da. Just go back to the garage. Whoops. Return to garage. And they'll give me a summary of what I've just done. So I got 19 more scrap, 17 more copper, 26 engravings. 3701 rep. And that's that. I don't have any more dailies to do. These weekly ones that are going to reset tomorrow, I can't finish any of these in enough time. So, how many badges? 126. Can I get anything with that? Can't get that. I don't really need more copper. I'll just save them up. And I don't have enough scraps. I got 671. Now, if I had the minor pieces, you know, I might grind a little bit offline. It's been 2 hours now. I'll probably stop the stream now, and grind a little bit more because I'm just there for getting a 4th vector, and I really want to get one of those. I mean, I'm just barely there. I got to craft these two. That'll take me slightly under, so I'll grind up a little bit more. But you got the idea of what I'm doing. So I need another cord, another car jack. And I need 30 more, so a couple of good runs should get me that. So I'll be working on that offline. Thanks for joining the stream, if you have, and you've been lurking. That's great. I'll be returning to stream again. I take Sunday and Monday off. I'll be back Tuesday morning. 10:30 a.m. is my normal time, Eastern time, for streaming CROSSOUT content. I'm looking for another game just to switch things up so I can kind of take a break. And just also another reminder is that I do play this game offline. I have to in order to keep up with the weekly missions. So I just kind of play the game offline when I'm not streaming it, doing my dailies. So I just come in and do what I just showed you. I do my raids that I'm supposed to, do my missions, get the dailies done, get whatever weeklies I can get done, grind up all the parts I need, make the newer parts, sell whatever I can for extra money to keep these coins going. When you start out the game, you'll have none of these. And sometimes they run special events. They've run 2 since I've come back and played this and started streaming, I don't know, a month or so ago. They had one where you just do a couple missions. It was a free day of Premium Pass, the Battle Pass. And they gave you a mission where, hey, do 3 missions and win and get 50 coins. They had another one where it ran for a weekend where you did 12 missions and you'd get 20 coins, and it ran for 2 consecutive days. So that's where I got a lot of this from. The other parts came from selling gas and copper and scraps. That's all I've been doing. I haven't sold any weapons or anything yet. That might come in the future. So I want to thank you all for joining me. Hope you're having a great weekend. Please join me on Tuesday morning if you're around for that time. If not, that's cool. Some other time maybe. I'm also on YouTube. When these videos are getting ready to expire on Twitch after the 14-day period or so, I go ahead and upload them to YouTube for archiving sake. And I also just added my Madden franchise content. I uploaded a new game week 8 of season 2. So you can check out how that season is playing out for me in Madden. I've done a little bit of a unique approach to it where I have relocated all the teams in the AFC, fast forwarded about 20-25 years to get rid of all the current NFL players, and then streamed 1 extra season to find out who the worst team in the league was. It was the 2-14 Miami Dolphins, who have become the Orlando Sentinels. They were the worst team in football. Their highest win total in an entire season ever in that span, from the start of the game to when I took over, 5 wins in a season was the most they ever had. So they've been terrible for a long time. My new coach came in. His name's Coach Shaq Hennessy. He said, hey, in my first season, I'm going to take the team to the playoffs. Did he do it? You'll have to find out. I don't want to spoil it. And we're in Season 2 and trying to bring the Orlando Sentinels into relevance in their division. So you can check out and see how that's doing. Anyway, it's getting 10:30 p.m. my time. I'm going to say goodnight to you all. I don't want to keep anybody else in the house awake longer than they need to be if they're trying to get some rest. So, got to be considerate of others, don't we? Little bit of sad news if you didn't hear earlier. I'm not sure how many of you pay attention to rap music or mainstream culture, but rapper DMX has passed away earlier today. He had been in the news a couple days ago with apparently a massive heart attack that put him into a coma. He was on a life support, and initially it didn't sound good. He had little to no brain activity, no lung function. I didn't want to say anything back then because I was, in keeping positive thoughts, thinking that, hey, he'll pull, maybe he can pull through. Let's hope for that. It didn't work out, and he passed away earlier today, unfortunately. He was 50 years old, well known for his music. He was also in several movies. He worked with Jet Li and I think Steven Seagal as well, and another rapper named Mace. He did a couple of B-movie projects with Mace, a guy named Alex Masonette. I think his rapper name is Mace. So, a little bit of sad news on the weekend. This stream I did earlier today, I held a moment of silence for him before I started, so there was that. So, I hope you all have a good weekend. Sorry to end it on that sour note, but I figured I should just pass on the news if you hadn't heard. So, you all take care. We'll see you again on Tuesday. You have a great weekend. Thanks, everybody.